Gather round, folks, let me take you back in time to 1985 beneath the hot Philippine shine. I was far from Texas, Nevada, wandering roads I'd never known, when the jeepneys rattled cowboy beats and the islands felt like home. And that's when I met him, Danilo Bass, my wild and loyal pal, a former Navy man, a presidential guard. From tobacco, I'll be tough as iron, gentle as a rural lullaby. Yodelay, yodelo, those were the days I didn't know. Danilo walked like a soldier, talked like a storm, had that 1,000-mile stare from battles a life can form. But behind that steel, a grin so sly, it could crack the clouds hanging in the sky. And Lord help us all when the liquor came out, 'cause Danilo Bass turned into a full circus bout. Tables became mountains, he just had to climb. Chickens became troops he put into line. And he once saluted a mailbox like it outranked him by design. Yodelay, yodel, 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 the Marcos era hung heavy like a storm that wouldn't pass. Whispers in the alleys, soldiers watching every mass. But Danilo, he stood fearless, not reckless, just carved from truth. He'd say, brother, I guarded presidents, what's one more rough-tongued youth? So he'd slide down to a sari-sari store, grab cheap gin and a dusty radio, play old cowboy songs till the tricycles slowed and the neighborhood took in the glow. And in the moonlight, twisted by palms, Danilo Bass would rough his head high and start yodeling like he was sending a message straight across the Pacific sky. Oh, those yodeling nights of '85, when Danilo kept the spirit alive. A soldier by duty, a brother by heart, a wild man who danced like he'd tear the night apart. Yodelay, my friend from Albay. For all his drunken stunts and legendary cheer, Danilo carried stories most men never hear. The Navy had forged him, the Guard had shaped him, but country music, that's the thing that saved him. He'd close his eyes to a cowboy tune, like he was hearing a truth written under the moon. He'd whisper, life ain't light, brother, but a good song makes it worth the fight. And he'd yodel to the stars so fierce, even the stars seemed to shine twice as bright. Oh, those yodeling days of '85, two wandering souls who both survived. Danilo Bass, crazy, faithful, bold, a warrior with a heart pure gold. And I yodel now so the heavens hear, the brother I found across the years. So if someday you hear a sudden yodel roll wild across the wind, don't be alarmed, that's just the echo of Daniel Bass, a Navy man, a guard, a friend who taught a Texan far from home what true brotherhood felt like under the Philippine sun of 1985.